Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Charmy here. Today I'm going to be bringing you some butterfly locks. And if you are new to my channel, hello, welcome. My name is Charmy. I do videos on beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey girl, hello. Thank you for continuing to show me all the love and support that you are doing. So for this part of the video, I decided to go ahead and do a voiceover so I can further explain to you what's going on, because I mean, just by looking at it, I'm not that good at picking up what people are doing without having some type of explanation to follow behind. So just keep on watching. Okay, so her hair ended up being longer than the length of the weave that I was using. So what you want to do is take a little small section out of the hair, and you want to crochet that onto her natural hair. So it doesn't have to be towards the end, but you want it to be the length to match the length of the bob that you're trying to achieve. So I went ahead and crocheted an extra little piece about halfway through her box braid that I did. Then you want to take the remaining hair from that one section that you used, and you want to go ahead and crochet that at the top of her box braid. It doesn't even have to be actually through the box braid, just up near the top. And then you want to make one side, because you will have two strands, you want to make one side of the strand a little shorter than the other side. You want to take that long strand and sit that to the side. Now I took that shorter strand and I just loosely wrapped it around her natural hair to cover up her box braid, so you no longer see a box braid. That will make it less work for you to do when you begin to actually wrap the butterfly lock, because you already have the basis for the lock already. So you just go ahead and take the longer strand now, and what I did is I wrapped tightly about 3 to 4 times around at the very top of her box braid before I began to make the butterfly loops. To make the butterfly loops, all I did was stuck my finger in between the loose hair that I was wrapping and only took a small section. Now it depends on you. If you like big loops, you are more than welcome to use more hair, but for me, I only used a very small amount of hair as I was wrapping. So stuck my finger in a very small section, and then I just wrapped back over top at the very top of my thumb to seal that loop in, and then continue to wrap, remove my thumb and continue to wrap down. Now I did run out of hair when I reached the bottom of her lock. So you just want to take a small little section of hair, again just like you did for when you crocheted to extend the length of the lock. You just want to take that now, make one end shorter, and you just hold that end up against the lock and take the longer end and continue to begin to wrap, and you are able to achieve your bubbles in your butterfly locks as you are continuing to wrap. Now I'll be honest, your lock will tend to get thinner towards the end, but there's a way that you can fix it. Now when you get to the length of the lock that you will want, you want to take your finger and pinch that end at the very bottom where the lock should stop, and you want to bend the hair back up towards the top, a little loop. And then with that loop, you want to take the hair and start twisting, wrapping it back in the opposite direction, but instead of going back down, we are focusing going up. Now when your lock became small at that end, what you should do is, with the extra hair that you have left over, when you begin to wrap back up, try to stay in that area to thicken up the little smaller thin section so it can become thicker in the size of the regular locks. And that is it. That is all I did. You don't have to rub your hands together to seal the hair. This hair is the perfect texture for textured butterfly locks. And you don't have to worry about wrapping, sealing, no nothing. Once you finish wrapping, it's done. It will not come loose. Now I'm going to explain it to you one more time, and then from then on you can just continue to watch. And if you still don't understand, please feel free to leave me any comments or any questions in the comment section below. I will be there to answer each and every one of your questions. Okay, so for take number 2, here we go again. I'm going to take a small little section because the hair is not going to be the length of the bob that I am creating. So you want to take a small section and crochet that through her natural hair to extend the length of your lock. Then you want to go ahead and take another thicker section, however thick you would like for your lock to be, and you want to crochet that at the top of her box braid. Once you crochet it in, you want to make sure that one side, because you will have two strands, one strand will be shorter than the other strand. The shorter strand, you want to take that strand and begin to loosely wrap it around her natural hair to cover her box braid, so you can have less work when you are wrapping your butterfly locks. Once that is complete, you want to take the long strand and you want to begin to tightly wrap, not too tight. Don't put too much tension at the roots of her hair. You want to begin to tightly wrap about 3 to 4 times down before you begin to make any of your butterfly loops. Once you have gotten to the desired length of the wrapping part that you want at the beginning, begin to stick your finger into the hair and to pull out a small little section of hair to begin your loops. Once you put your finger in, you want to wrap once or twice, whichever you prefer, above your finger, remove your finger, and then continue to wrap down, creating as many loops as often as you would like. That's your preference. And then once you run out of hair at the end, you want to go ahead and take a small little section like at the very beginning, and you want to make one side of the strand very, very short, and you just hold that up against the lock with your thumb and then continue to wrap as if normal, and you are able to create your loops once again. Once you reach your once you reach your desired length for your butterfly lock, you want to pinch the bottom of your lock, take all the extra hair that is at the bottom and bend it towards the top of the lock, and begin to wrap back upwards. Now we're not wrapping down anymore, we are wrapping upwards. And if you have thinner spots in your locks towards the bottom, try to use your extra hair that you have without covering your bubbles. So pull your loops down and wrap in between your loops instead of covering your loops. You don't want to cover your loops, but take the extra hair and try to focus it on the thinner parts of your locks at the bottom, so your locks can look uniform from top to bottom. And once you have completely used up all the hair, your lock is complete. And this is a very easy style to do. It literally took me about 2, maybe 2.5 hours to complete her whole entire style. That's it.